So I just purchased the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and today we're gonna rig it out. So the Blackmagic has such a unique film look to it, and I just love it. I've been playing with it a little bit. Haven't really took it out to the field yet. I just been kind of practicing on myself and all that. And so far, I'm very impressed on the dynamic range of this, how far you can push everything, and just the quality that comes out of it. So first things up is this is the Blackmagic cage, and it could hold the 4K and the 6K, and it's pretty much does everything that I needed to do. Protects the camera, and I could put hell of accessories on it, which I'm gonna show you right now. So first things up is the small rig rods. So a lot of stuff that I got is mainly small rig. So you're going to be hearing small rig a lot. But these are the rails that I got, and they allow me to add my follow focus and all that good stuff to it. And one thing that I love about small rig and even Tilta is that they all come with just tools to just make your life so much easier. Even though we are going to start with the top handles. So they're both from Small Rig. This one I like just because the grip is a lot better. I feel like it just feels better in the hands. And this one, I just love it just because it's just so easy to put on. It just slides in. And on top of that, it has a quick release plate on top. So I can just easily put in and remove the monitor. And it just feels like it gives it that little extra safety. And that's the handle on it. Nice and snug. Looks really good. Already coming together pretty good. So next up is my monitor. So the monitor that I chose is the Viltrox. This monitor I could pretty much do false color, add LUTs, all that good stuff. And one of my favorite things about this is you just push the button down here. Boom, look at that. Tell me that ain't good. And on top of that, it comes with one of these, so I can easily just put my plate down, bam, tying her up. And just like that, boom. Looking gorgeous. Next up is the Tilta side handle, and this is pretty much just there for a little extra support and stability because the pocket doesn't have image stabilization, and the lens that I'm using also doesn't have lens stabilization, so that makes things really shaky if you don't balance it out right or if it doesn't have the right amount of weight. And that's why I like to add a good even weight around all this, just so that it gets rid of that shake and a lot of the tiny micro jitters that it does have. It kind of likes it. It gives it that natural look instead of like that too smooth gimbal look, which some people like, some people don't. I'll use the gimbal if I need to, but for the most part, I do love handheld looks a lot better. And another thing that I like about this cage is that I can put the handle on this side and I don't really have to worry about like it getting in the way of wires or me trying to figure a way out to put the wires in between the handle. Instead, it just works pretty much out the way. Looks really good. This is where you put all the cords and plugins at. As you can see, there's a whole lot of room where it doesn't bother me and I don't have to bother them. So that's how it's looking so far. Bada bing, bada boom. Now let's move on next to the card. So now let's talk about cards. So yeah, the Blackmagic does take a standard SD card, but you will probably drop frames or you will just run out of memory insanely quick. It is a little pricey, but I highly recommend getting you a USB drive. I'm using the Samsung T Shield 7. This thing is 1 terabyte and it will run your pockets a little bit, but I promise you it is worth it. You get a cool, I think about what, 6-7 hours with it, and it just makes the process so much faster and just so much easier. So I'm just a fan of, yeah, to invest now into really good gear and it saves you money in the long run. Because if you buy cheap gear now, especially where like it matters, like SD cards and stuff like that, you're gonna end up spending a lot more down the road when you can just kind of pay once and just save up a lot more down the road. Next up, we are going to use the V-mount battery. So, and I also use this from Tilta. It's just, I know a lot of people like to mount their stuff in back, but personally, I kind of just, I'm not really a fan of that. But if you are, more power to you. I had rigs that I've did that with, and I feel like as long as you balance out your rig good enough, you don't really need to have that in back. But anyways, so the reason why I use a V-mount, which I guess is kind of self-explanatory, the battery for the pockets runs out of battery insanely quick. Like you might have maybe 30 minutes if you go on a really low settings. You could probably get 60 out of it, but a V-mount, you'll get a full, I think, what, 3 to 4 hours with it. And it's just so much more convenient. I'd rather have 3 hours than 30 minutes, and to me it just works out way better. I've always been using V-mounts for my cinema rigs, and I love it. So next up, now we get to the good stuff. So here is the lens. So I'm using a is it Ciru 16 millimeter lens. 16 millimeter on micro four thirds is my favorite focal length. It's roughly around a 32-ish, I believe, somewhere around that. But I just love the look that Ciru, I cannot pronounce that. I'm probably gonna get cooked for that, but hey, that's fine. But I love the quality that they give. The build quality is amazing. It's pretty much metal. It feels good, and the T-stops, amazing. The focus, oh, it pulls so creamy. That's a buttery focus pull right there. Yeah, that's just high quality right there. Even if it's a budget lens, I get it, blah, blah, blah. To me, this is just enough. I love this. If you're starting out, this is perfect. So we're going to throw this bad boy on there real quick. Toss this bad boy on here. Boom. And next up is our follow focus. Because for those that might not know, the Blackmagic is, even if you get an auto lens, you still have to manual it. Everything on this camera is manual, so you will need either a focus pull of some sort, or you could do it by hand as well. Me, I used a Tilta focus puller. I love it. You just kind of throw this bad boy onto here. And we're just going to tighten this down, and let me show you how I would operate this rig. So now we're pretty much set. This is the rig. It's how I have everything rigged out. So just because I know you guys see my hands occupied, the focus puller is right here, so I can have my hand on the grip, and then I still have full access to my pullers, so I can still grab focus and do all that good stuff. Now let's get to audio. So I do use a couple different audios. I use a Rode mic for audio. I usually just place it right here, or I also use the GGI minis for stuff like interviews and all that good stuff, which same thing. I kind of just place it on the arm mount, and either if I'm using the DJI mini or the Rode, and it works just fine. And that is my 4K rig. But before the video ends, at the end of this, I do have a couple clips that I've took of the 4K, so you guys kind of get an idea of how beautiful of an image this camera produces. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a follow, give me a like, all that good stuff. I'm still trying to learn and grow in my cinema short film career, so you guys can follow me on that journey as I improve, as I get better. But with that being said, here's the beauty of the rig right now. Oh, this thing is gorgeous. I love it. It has a nice weight to it, fits good in the hands, have access to everything. It is just But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and like always, Stay blessed and keep shooting. We out.